That was a weak clap. Fuck it.
Yeah, that really was.
All right, whatever. Welcome people to Kingdom Hearts, part 21, part 22.
Yeah, part 22.
All right, as you can see, we're just going straight into this shit because this is exactly where we left off the previous episode. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna start that episode around here.
Oh, okay.
It's literally what I kept doing before after like fighting Cerberus. If I died, I just ended the video and I would just restart it for me fighting Cerberus.
Damn.
So yeah. Alright, we're going. This episode we are finishing the Hercules Cup, but as you can see by the length, we got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Have fun seeing me strike Raider, by the way. Gonna use it a lot.
Alright. I mean, that's to be expected.
Yeah, invincibility moves say less.
Yeah.
There's also, I forgot about blocking. So I was like, oh, I can block when he goes to bite me.
Damn.
Yeah. Danny boy. Now, since perfect, since this is the type of video this is,
yeah.
Stuff for us to talk about. First thing I want to mention, so you hear about the Last of Us release date now?
So what? Sorry, you were cutting up. What was that?
You heard about the Last of Us release date?
Yes. I remember it. With the article that I read, it was talking about Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima.
I didn't see anything about Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, so I do know. Well, I do know also the situation that Naughty Dogs are in right now, because I'm pretty sure it wasn't supposed to be an official release date, but yeah, like I think it was June. June.
Yeah,
I forgot the date.
It was June 19th. That's what I saw,
June 19th,
like
okay.
earlier today.
Yeah, June 19th. Because I was thinking, because I know I was mixing up the two with Ghost of Tsushima, because Ghost of Tsushima is actually the next month. I believe July 19th.
That's very interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Like, I'm not sure exactly like the exact 1 month later, but it's gonna be in July. I know that for sure.
I think you might have saw the 19 and got like confused with Last of Us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
okay. So July.
Yeah. So.
Ghost of Tsushima. That's odd. I guess they're trying just to get everything out the way for the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, because like that's some.
Because they're basically the last two anticipated games for the PlayStation 4 until the PlayStation 5 comes out.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, because I think I said it in one of the videos that I was thinking maybe they would probably do it in the summer, and you were talking, and then that's when you talked about summer being like kind of a dead month for games, and yeah, like so.
But that was also for the Last of Us, not so much from Ghost. The Last of Us still is kind of okay because it's in June, like everybody was saying.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Ghost of Tsushima in July.
Yeah, like that's like
very interesting.
That's what I'm like. I wanted to talk. This was the topic I wanted to talk, like bring up. But yeah, like, because that is very interesting. That one, Ghost of Tsushima being in July, but like,
not a fall release date.
Yeah, and like
I would expect a fall release date for this game. At least kind of release closer to the. I know they said anyway that they were gonna have stuff for the PlayStation 4, like hundreds of games for the PlayStation 4 on PlayStation 5 by launch. But even still, it's like I feel like they would have released it closer to the PlayStation 5, given the circumstances.
I honestly don't know like what their whole like kind of thinking for like these release dates.
Yeah, I feel like Naughty Dog, it was just like, all right, we gotta just get this out now because we're not gonna get it out anytime soon. Yeah, that's what I think. Ghost of Tsushima, this is made by, I think it's Sony Studios, right? Like the gaming division that's making Ghost.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, yeah, because I'm pretty sure they're just trying to get it out, just to get it out at this point. So again, it's literally the last big game for the PlayStation 4.
Yeah. It's just very weird, like, yeah.
It's like, that's literally all, like, I know I'm repeating myself, but that's interesting to me.
Yeah, because, like, I'm pretty, like, Last of Us, I feel like it'll definitely do fine.
Yeah,
like,
Last of Us will be fine.
It's like Ghost of Tsushima because that's a new IP.
It's a new IP. There's very little we know of it. Like, at least I still don't remember much more gameplay than what was shown last E3.
Yeah, no, like I remember, I'm pretty sure it was last year. Sure it's not this year, but you know, it was last year where I was looking up stuff from like Ghost of Tsushima because yeah, they announced that with The Last of Us 2, which was like what 2016,
17, I think.
17,
no 18, because 19 didn't have a E3, I remember, and 18 did.
I remember. I think. It
was 17. It was 17. It was 17.
Yeah. Because I remember
I was thinking there might have been more, but then I think 18 was more on Spider-Man.
Yeah, and I remember like looking up like stuff and like keeping track of Last of Us 2 like in high school, like with the high school computers that we had. So I remember I was still in there. So yeah, but yeah, so 3 years, 3 years now, and still nothing other than like the E3 trailers that they gave.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about this game.
Yeah, like, and then again, Last of Us is the same thing, but the thing is, Last of Us is already...
Last of Us, I feel like we've seen a little bit more.
That, and also, like, it's building off of already, like, you know, great title as well. Like, there's a sequel to it. Ghost of Tsushima, again, is like
nobody's talking about Ghost of Tsushima right now because they have not marketed this thing for a long time.
So I'm like,
I'm worried this is the case, and I would like if it's not the case, but I really wanted they're just releasing it just to finish off their PlayStation 4 lineup.
Yeah.
Again, I'm sure that's not the case, but that's what I think might be what's going on.
Like, I want to actually now, like, I want to keep track of Ghost of Tsushima, like, see now, like, to see, like, okay, have they been actually, like, marketing shit, or, like, or, you know, they're just keeping it quiet or stuff, or I don't know, like, I actually want to, like, follow it and see, like, where it's gonna end up. That's more, like, what I'm interested in.
That's a really weird day. Well, like, really, just really with time to release one of your biggest AAA games for your console. But just real quick, because I just wanted to mention, because this was going on throughout this fight. You notice, like, when I go near servers here with arrow spell on, it actually starts doing damage now because I didn't have the second form of arrow.
No.
So I'll see with being the second stage being stronger, it's gonna protect me from strong projectiles, but also now if I go near enemies, it will start to damage them and stun them. For example, for the Invisibles, we fought in previous episode, now they get, if I walk up to them with the arrow, it actually hits them and stuns them for a little bit.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, now it just got a lot easier for me.
Yeah, like, I didn't even notice, like, it was doing any damage or anything.
It's very minuscule damage, but it is damage, and the most important thing for me is, again, smaller enemies, not like with bosses, smaller enemies, it starts to stun them.
Yeah.
And we've tamed Dundaga from Cerberus. So now we're getting the final stage of magics for most of the spells. The thing is, I could have got an arrow way much earlier in the game, because as soon as you unlock Yellow Trinity, you can go to Captain Hook's ship, and you can open a chest that has arrow spell, because the second form of arrow, or third form, depending on what you have, is literally right in just a chest in Hook's ship.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm just like, fuck, when I found out about that. I literally could have gotten this during cooking before I got to Hollow Bastion.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be like that.
Yeah, it really do.
Anyway, let me see. On to the stuff I was gonna... Let me get rid of the Last of Us 2 on my notes here thing. Okay, this is something interesting that I was noticed the other day that involves Nintendo. So, Nintendo, what is called Value at Capital, is a company bought $1.1 billion in Nintendo stocks.
Really?
Yeah, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, they're gonna affect Nintendo because they're gonna be in like their corporate meetings." And like, for anybody who's thinking that, it's kind of been announced that they're not gonna be like in the meetings or anything. They're not gonna have a lot of influence on Nintendo's actions. Also, kind of pointed out that to us, because we're simpletons, we're normal people. 1.1 billion sounds like a lot. Nintendo's current stocks, they're currently right now, they're worth 50 billion, around 50 billion. So this is literally
Jesus.
just 2% of their stocks, which really is not.
Yeah.
When you think about it, it's a kind of lot, but it's really not. To them, to the company as a whole, it's really not a lot of money.
Yeah, no, it really isn't.
But the main thing people are talking about is that because this company's worked with, I think, Adobe and Microsoft, it was said, and apparently they're just trying to help. Their motives like to help, obviously to help Nintendo, but obviously to help themselves more. So, that way everybody can make money. Is they want to help improve Nintendo's kind of digital sections. Anything that involves like either the digital media or just anything that involves working with online activities.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people are like, thank God, because Nintendo's digital sections are not the greatest, to say the least.
Yeah, they really aren't.
So, this is kind of like a blessing. Like, they need something like this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's mainly the big thing that's going on with Nintendo right now. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, now that this company bought some stocks in Nintendo, maybe they'll help out with, like, fixing the online for this games like Smash. Because apparently Smash's online is fucking terrible. It's one of the reasons why I haven't bought the online for the Switch. Also because, my sister's Switch, I'm not going to be putting money for her Switch when she leaves.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, freaking that's happening.
Yeah,
and it's like, because people pointing out that apparently the online for the Wii U version was way better when it was free. I was like, oh, you hate to see that.
Yeah.
So like, why would I spend $20 for a service that isn't even giving as good a quality as the previous free service was?
Yeah, no, cause I hear or like I know about it all the time, like with the Smash Online fucking matches.
Yeah, those shits are trash.
Yeah.
But another thing, this is Square Enix had like a big. Now, I'm gonna mention the Square Enix leak that happened last week, and this is all gonna be like grain of salt stuff, especially for people watching this, like big grain of salt.
Yeah.
So mainly this leak was about a lot of projects that were announced. I didn't get this because it was on a Reddit post. I actually went out of my way to find. I found the thread, but the original post is deleted, so I can't look at the full post to see what was said on it.
Yeah.
But one of the things I'm gonna get quickly out of the way because it was something that the guy I watched didn't really mention, but it was pretty interesting. Was it was something the Traveler project that they're working on. To me, this sounds like another Octopath game, which, if that's true, then it means the Octopath games is not going to be like Octopath series, it's going to be a Traveler series. So it makes me wonder, so Octopath, we're getting a sequel to Octopath, but what is it going to be? That's what I was thinking when I saw Travelers. Obviously, it's a code name, so, it could be anything. It could even be an Octopath sequel. We don't know.
Yeah.
But that happened. That's made it a very quick thing, easy to talk about that I want to get out the way. Now, next thing that was brought up when the leaks, well, one of the first things brought up in the leaks was Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, scheduled for Q1 of 2023. And Daniel, I'm going to need you to tell me about this because I've heard people saying things about this and I'm not sure. But they said it's going to be running on Unreal Engine 5.
Unreal Engine 5?
Yeah. I've heard from people saying that Unreal Engine 5 was supposed to be something that was supposed to be released this year. Have you ever heard anything about that? So I've been hearing a lot of people saying that.
No, I haven't heard anything.
I know they've been working on it. Epic has been working on it.
Yeah.
I remember hearing I don't know if you confirmed this, but I remember someone saying that they released it a while ago, a demo of something on Unreal Engine 5.
I think I remember seeing that, seeing something about that.
Yeah, because I put in my notes here for Unreal Engine 5, I literally put 2 exclamation marks and a question mark, like, what? Yeah. In the leak too, it does mention that apparently Square has been working with with the Unreal Engine 5 since 2018, and that's something just it's hard to really understand because maybe certain companies made a deal with Epic because
Yeah.
Epic made a fuck ton of money in the past few years,
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's not
no,
like they
have.
couldn't like gun hole like the efforts on this engine,
Yeah.
and it's not hard to believe that a few companies signed like a behind closed doors contract with Epic to get like a beta Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
That's it's not something that's hard to believe.
No, it really isn't.
But it's funny because it's like we have not heard anything about this. That's why I know you're more of a tech person, so you wouldn't know more than I would. But
Yeah,
it's very weird because even people I watch, they're like, I don't know about this. Like, this is anything in this league that is like keeping everybody like taking this with a huge grain of salt. That Unreal Engine 5 part.
Yeah.
I know a few people are like, what, 2023? Why the fuck would they take 3 years to make the game? They already have all the assets. They're not. Depending on what they're doing, it's 3 years seems makes sense to me. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, like, because I've seen.
They
like,
said
some
they
clips.
started working on it last November. Like, is when they officially started working on the remake part 2.
Okay,
But it's like
so that's never. Yeah.
that does not seem like a lot of time.
Yeah.
And like us people saying like was saying like 2022 like the earliest. I was thinking 2022 too, but Mr. Rona exists right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure all of this did not have that in mind. So everything being delayed, especially because we're going to talk about another project that in the leak says they was going to be coming out next year and is being pushed back to 2022. It makes sense that this thing pushed everything back on what they were working on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like everybody like exaggerating about 23 is a little weird. But that's the only thing. Like the only thing that really for me is like, okay, I don't know about this. It's the Unreal Engine 5 part. That's the only thing I'm like, I don't know about. But yeah.
Yeah. Like.
That's really the for the Final Fantasy VII remake. Next thing I'm talking about is 2 Kingdom Hearts games. One of them, the Conan. Oh, by the way, look, this match is hell.
Oh
Fuck
God.
this.
Oh God.
I think I actually died in this.
Because like I saw Cloud, like they were like, okay, so you're fighting Cloud, and then I see him on my left.
Yeah, I was like, wait, why isn't he mid screen? Oh.
Yeah, like oh.
Yeah, this fight is pretty fucking tough.
Yeah.
But I like this fight. I was like, alright, you got it.
Yeah. You got so you got the Leon lookalike and the person who has Leon's name.
Yep.
The Leon name and the Leon lookalike. Now all you need is the personality.
Yeah, you got a guy who looks like Leon, and it looks like he's reaching for the clouds in this fight.
Yeah.
But yeah. On to us, the Kingdom Hearts. So one of them is the codename Kingdom Hearts Oath.
Okay.
It's supposed to be coming in quarter 1 of 2022. And again, this is the one that I said that was originally supposed to be coming out next year and was pushed back to 2022. This makes a lot of sense, this date, especially 2021 part, because when interviewed in the Kingdom Hearts Ultimania, which just quick reference on what the Ultimania is, it's basically like just a kind of a guidebook that talks about whatever game, in which case Kingdom Hearts 3. And this a lot of times it has information with interviews with Tetsuya Mori talking about the game's development, as well as talking about like kind of some extra story bits in the games that aren't explained in the games. Yes, I died.
Right.
Yeah. With that, like the extra story bits, and it also mentions that the next Kingdom Hearts game is going to be coming out a lot sooner than people think. 2021 original day he had in mind, and just got pushed to 2022. That's pretty close.
Yeah.
Literally next year was supposed to be this game.
Yeah, like and you also said like the first quarter, right? So that's like around February, March.
Yeah, it's like that seems like it's aligned. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like nothing about that seems fishy. It said they've already chosen 7 worlds for this game, which is fucking crazy because that means they already have like a lot of the base ideas ready. Now they're probably just making the game right now, like about to start working on it.
Yeah.
But it seems like they probably have most of the base stuff already like ready, planned out.
Yeah.
And there were actually 2 worlds that were leaked. I'm kind of interested about these 2 worlds that were leaked because one of them is the Wreck-It Ralph 2 world,
Okay.
And the other world being a Coco world.
Okay. Like,
not so much excited for Ralph because I have not watched any of the Wreck-It Ralph movies. I heard they're both really good. I have not watched either of them, so I don't really have much of an opinion of Wreck-It Ralph.
I mean, yeah.
But Coco,
yeah, like
I fucking love Coco.
Like, oh my god, no! Now I'm just realizing because holy shit, they could do a like, because I've never seen, like, I remember I just walked into my sister and my mom like watching Wreck-It Ralph 2 like at some point and like kind of stayed a little bit to watch a little bit, but like the world for Wreck-It Ralph 2, like how they made that cyber world,
yeah,
they could do a lot with that shit. And then now I'm just like thinking with Coco again, they could do a lot with that world too. Like,
well,
okay,
mainly I'm more so excited for the Coco world than anything because again, it's something I have like more familiarity with. I'm hoping one of these other 7 worlds is a Moana world, please, maybe. I don't know.
Square, please.
Oh, you're listening? Probably not, because no. You guys are trying to not get that Rona.
Yeah.
But if you are, hey, Moana. But yeah. So.
And if you are, and
yeah,
sorry, like this is a joke, like to continue the joke. And if you are listening, and you see us play Final Fantasy, can you let us show us
you see anything Final Fantasy related? I love you guys.
Yeah.
Don't hurt me.
Let us. Don't let us show the ending, please. Yes. Maybe.
Don't hit us too hard with that shot, especially since y'all showed the ending in the trailer, so you can't even hit me with that. That's your own fault.
Like I want to see like, because I know, so like this is kind of one of the like. This was the news I wanted to bring up as well, like but we talked about it earlier before recording. But yeah, like the fact that Square is suing copywriting YouTubers for they show the ending. Like I could just imagine, like, oh, we get copyright strike. You want a rebuttal and you send them an email of that. Like, yo, y'all niggas like fucking show the ending in the trailer. What the fuck you mean? Like that was your own fault. Like.
This is a free game for everybody. I don't know what you mean.
Like that's literally
also
the
fair
email.
use. That's important too, but that's not as important.
Apparently, I was watching Angry Joe's I think because he covered that as well, and I think they replied with another player by saying that in their terms of use, like it says something about the ending, like that's actually following their terms of use. So I'm not the logistics of things. Like I'm not.
I'm assuming they're just doing it because Alice was kind of similar with Persona 5 Original. Like they were very strict on people uploading the ending at first, and then they kind of laid off on it. So I'm assuming it's just similar. Like they just want to try to take care of as much spoilers as possible for the first couple months.
Okay, yeah. No,
and then kind of tone down on it later.
Okay, that makes more sense. Like, because I honestly, I didn't know like what was the reason for that. Like, what is like a possible reason? But like that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I could see that.
That's what I think. That wouldn't make sense to me. Anything didn't change, but that to me is like more so what I think. Like, they're probably the reason for this.
Yeah.
For just continue on with the Kingdom Hearts Oath project.
Yeah.
News on there also that there's supposed to be 2 protagonists for this game. Lines up with what a lot of us have been thinking. Kingdom Hearts game involving being probably Kairi and then Riku as the second character. So finally we get a game with fucking Kairi as a playable character.
Okay. Oh, okay. I was gonna say like who's the actual main like character?
Hopefully Kairi.
Okay, so Kairi,
not just Riku, because we already had technically a game with 2 characters, aka Dream of Distance. That Riku was technically the more so main character in that game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That would make sense because that would be the 3rd game where there's the trio involved, and giving each of them with 2 characters and giving each of them basically the more important character in that game.
Yeah.
That Riku was the important one in Dream of Distance, and Kairi would be the important one in this new one, and then Chain of Memories still had a similar thing, but Sora is like maybe the more important character in that game.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff revolved around him, and his segment was a lot long. But yeah, two protagonists probably Riku and Kairi. the gameplay from what they say is going to be different. What it says in the link is going to be different from Case 3, slightly different. It makes sense because especially like it looked like where Riku at least like it, like he was missing a lot of assets in Kingdom Hearts 3, mainly because his segments that you do get to play as him are pretty short. Like it's literally just a fight and that's it. You're not meant for much. Something similar with Kairi, but like she had a lot more shit. A lot of people like, oh look, Kairi has like an air dive like Sora. Which was pretty important because no other character has that. She's literally the only fucking character that has a dive with Sora. She literally has everything Sora has.
Damn.
In a sense. So it's like they have her whole moveset planned out to the point where it's like there's no reason to just make this and then just not do anything with this.
Yeah.
But they're definitely gonna. The next game probably is gonna be about Kairi, which is yes, great. A game involving Kairi.
Yeah.
Niggas have been waiting for this literally forever. Let's see. And there's also another Untitled Kingdom Hearts project. So we know of 3 Kingdom Hearts projects right now. Dark Road, which is coming sometime this year.
Hopefully.
Also, quick thing about, I think it was about Oath. Yeah, the Kingdom Hearts Oath. I didn't write this down, but Oath is gonna be cross gen, so it will be on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, as well as Xbox One X and PlayStation 5.
Oh, okay.
So that's interesting. I don't really have an opinion on that.
Yeah.
PlayStation 4 did a similar thing too. When did PlayStation 4 come out? 2013 or 14?
13, I want to say.
All those 2 games releasing on the PlayStation 3 till like 2016.
Yeah, no, I remember. What was it? I think it was like the Call of Duty that was coming out that year, where the PS4 was releasing.
Yeah.
They had it for cross-platform, so it was on PS3, but then you could also get it on PS4 as well.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised that it says like cross-gen. That doesn't really surprise me that much.
Yeah. Like I'm pretty sure like the first like maybe 5 months is like it will be just we'll have still games of PS3 and PS4 and PS5, but yeah.
Yeah, this new project literally there's not really any information that was in the leak that I just remember hearing about. The only thing is it's same thing with Silent Remake Part 2. It's supposed to be being made with Unreal Engine 5 with this Untitled Kingdom Hearts project. So we know obviously this project it will be on Unreal Engine 4 because cross-gen, I doubt if there is an Unreal Engine 5, I doubt PlayStation 4 and Xbox One X can handle Unreal Engine 5, anything on that level.
Like, by the way, I want to mention, because just to compare it to that, like, it's definitely not gonna like run an Unreal Engine 5 because the RE engine for Resident Evil 3 like is pretty beefy, like, but it's, still PS4 can handle it, but you hear the fucking fan. Like every time I play the game, like all I hearing is like in the background, other than like a video, it's the fan going. Because it's so fucking loud, because it's trying to keep up with the engine, like how much it's like taking from it. But yeah,
that's just gonna be a little beef.
Yeah.
So yeah, I doubt like we're gonna. And I also said I think it's supposed to be coming around. Did it say anything? I don't remember. I don't think. Yeah, I don't remember. I didn't write it down, so I'm assuming they didn't give a date to it.
Yeah.
Or a window, I should say, not a date. And then, this is where I mentioned the Project Traveler. That's supposed to be coming for the Switch. It's already said it's probably an Octopath sequel. That's my opinion about it. That's not what I heard anybody saying. That's what I think it is, because of the project title. Yeah. Again, I could be wrong. It could be something else. But it's not associated with any series.
Or maybe it's a new IP. I don't know.
That too. It could be a new IP.
Yeah, it could. That is a possibility.
I remember hearing there was some leaks about the new Avengers game. I don't remember hearing. I don't remember hearing what they were, but I know there were. I think there were leaks of that in this leak compilation.
Yeah.
Another thing that was leaked in this is another Final Fantasy title, Final Fantasy Project Sancta.
Sancta. Okay.
Yes. no idea what the fuck this is. This could be.
Okay.
A lot of people are like, oh, 'cause obviously the person who did this leak separated 7 Remake and Part 2 and this, so they're clearly not the same thing. Otherwise, they would have been just together. They would not have been separated the way they were.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, no, like I was waiting for you to say like if it was like the name of a character or name of something from the games, but no. Okay.
No, it doesn't sound like anything. Nothing comes to mind with this thing. A lot of people say, "Oh, maybe Final Fantasy 16." I don't know. I wouldn't think so, but you know, you never know on that.
Yeah.
It's just because to me for that is like they're still doing 7 Remake. I feel like they would finish 7 Remake before they do 16. That's my opinion, obviously. No, I could be wrong, but
yeah, because I was gonna ask because like don't they have like a separate team for that, or
I don't think so. They might, but if it is, it will be a pretty small team.
Yeah.
Because I know the full team right now is working on 7 Remake, the Tokyo team.
Oh, okay.
Basically, I'm pretty sure it's the Tokyo team, and they're the ones that is like. They work on a lot of the successful games coming out of Square Enix are made by the Tokyo team.
Ah.
They're the ones who made this. They're the ones who made Kingdom Hearts 2. It's basically like, all right, you want shit done, you gotta have the Tokyo team do it. I'm pretty sure right now they're working on 7 Remake still. But Kingdom Hearts now is divided in multiple teams with Osaka team working on probably Project Oath. Another team working on probably this new IP. Not new IP, the Untitled Kingdom Hearts game, and then a team working on phone games like Dark Road and Unchained. So I don't know. There's definitely probably a small team. Like I said, a small cell working on this thing, but I'm not really sure like what it could be. Honestly, this new Final Fantasy. Like, it could literally be. It's one again. Like it could literally be anything.
Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah, because I wanted to like mention too, because not like I was thinking, because Naughty Dog kind of did the same thing. Like that's how they happened with Last of Us. Like while they were working with Uncharted, working on the Uncharted games, they had a smaller team for like The Last of Us to see like what they can like come up with.
It's certainly a common business thing. Like business with the gaming industry, you have like this. You have your more important project. You have your main team work on that, and then you make like a splinter team to like start a previous project.
Yeah, but like then I remember Naughty Dog is a like much smaller crew, like compared to like Square Enix and their crew with like working on different games. They like Naughty Dog is like when they're working on a game, they're only working on one game.
Yeah.
Like the most is 2, but like even then, that's like sometimes they can't do 2, and they have to bring all their other workers back to start working on one game.
And I could be forgetting about other things. I really mainly when it comes to Square Enix, I only play a few of the games. I haven't played all of them. I have not touched mainly like the main big other series, like with Hitman, Tomb Raider, and Dragon Quest. I have not touched either of those games. Mainly like there's a specific section of Square Enix games that I played. I want to get into Dragon Quest though, but not yet. Not right now. Even though quarantine is a great time for that.
Yeah, honestly, like so I'm not sure if we ever said it on video, but like just in case for now, I'm gonna be after Devil May Cry 1, I'm gonna be doing the Resident Evil 3 remake, and I'm probably gonna just continue with Resident Evil, because lately, Derek, I've been just there's a channel called Survival Horror Network. They do long plays of just basically survival horror. So I've been watching some of the old Resident Evil games. I've been watching Silent Hill. I've been in the mood to play like old style Resident Evil, and I saw that on the PlayStation they have original. I already have Resident Evil 1, the remake. I believe they have Resident Evil 4 that I put on a cart. They have Code Veronica, and I'm just about like, I'm just so close to just look up on Amazon like an old PlayStation 3 to use and down and get Resident Evil, original Resident Evil 2 and 3. Like now I'm just starting to get back into like Resident Evil mood.
That's fine. Honestly, not like you have to do things. Do play what you want to play.
No, yeah, I know, but it's like I'm just saying, like I'm just so we can also have it on video as well.
Yeah,
we're gonna be doing Resident Evil next, and I'm not too excited now just to like looking at like back to playing it, but it's also gonna suck because Resident Evil 3, I said in Devil May Cry, it's a mixed bag for me. It's a little disappointing, but you know,
remake or
it's still
Resident Evil 3 game. Okay,
remake, like yeah, when it was coming out, because. Yeah, like we talked about it already, but you know, just the fact that like Nemesis was scary at first, and then he's now just like kind of a nuisance. Yeah. So it's like the game just kind of slows down after you keep playing it.
But that's it. With the Square Enix leak that happened, pretty beefy one, all things considered. Really. Yeah, that's all for that one.
Yeah, I want to also like mention, since we have like leaks like coming out, and this is gonna be like an opposite kind of way of doing it. So I don't know if you know about this, but Naughty Dog's Last of Us 2 actually got leaked kind of a bit.
Like what way? Like the entire game, like information about it.
I think mainly just like like gameplay wise, or like maybe I did not look at the leaks mainly because they did mention on Instagram as well. Because like you know they've been working hard and everything, and they don't know the whole, or not that they don't know the situation, but it's like more they want, I guess, I don't know why they posted that they don't want people like to leak the game, like they said they wrote it down like as like a letter instead of like just you know kind of what it seemed like a playful kind of way. It was more like serious, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so like they asked people not to look up like the leaks and stuff, and you know patiently wait for the game because they know that people were waiting and stuff, and because of the whole what was it? I really just forgot the term again. But yeah, so
that is a really weird way of going about it, because it's like that's just weird to me. Like, hey, don't look for these leaks.
But, yeah, like no,
like not to the people like who even doing the leaks. Like, hey, stop leaking. Like no, like hey, for those of you who aren't leaking, don't look for the leaks. Like what?
Yeah, exactly. Like they want people like you know obviously to wait and stuff, and out of respect because you know obviously they're my favorite favorite game company. I haven't looked up like to see what the leaks are about. All I know is that there are some, and one of the leaks was the fact that the release date was out. But yeah.
That's a really weird thing to me.
Yeah, like not a like yeah, it's really weird like how they did it, but yeah.
Just a few more things, like something I want to bring up, because I remember this happened a while ago, like we recorded this, but I want to just get like a little bit more stuff on this, because I think we did say on video that, and I think 2 weeks ago the Japanese voice actor for Kenji Fujiwara, I should say his name before I say anything's done, passed away. And in this series, he was a voice actor, Japanese voice actor of Axel. Quickly look just to find a couple more things that he was doing. That he did do. There's obviously way more than this. So literally just 2 things that I put down just to like kind of get mentioned it. For context, people like you know that he voiced Reno in the 7 remake, but in Japanese version of the 7 remake before he passed. It's sad, and because like that's Little's last thing before he passed, and then he was in Smash. He is, I think, either the only voice actor from Mewtwo or the Japanese voice actor from Mewtwo. I don't know if Mewtwo's voice is different in different languages.
Yeah.
Something real quick I just wanted to mention about Kiji. I say Kenji or Kiji because it's Kiji, like Keijiji. Keiji. Fuck.
Keiji? Yeah, I would say the Keiji.
I was just saying Keiji because I'm not Japanese. I don't, for those of you know, obviously, I don't know how to speak the language, so names like that, I will butcher.
Yeah.
Barely say my
Maybe,
English correctly, as you saw. I was about to say butcher instead of butcher.
Yeah.
But just real quick, I just want you to
names.
look like how I fight like with the large bodies and shit. Like I literally just run into them and like I'm doing damage.
Yeah, like I noticed that's how you took out Cloud and like earlier.
But most
Like,
I was doing that
like,
for
you had to-
damage, not so much to kill him. Like to protect
no,
myself
like,
from that.
Yeah, no, like but still, like I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, that was actually kind of smart.
Yeah,
to do.
for these fuckers, I can just walk into them, and then
Yeah.
I'll be fine. But you know, that's dangerous when they're spitting fire, so I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. They're releasing their mixtape.
Yeah. Another thing, this is something that happened a long while ago that I kept forgetting to mention in the previous recordings, but a Latin American game journalist Gustavo Rodriguez had passed away, I think around the beginning of this month.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah. He was in Latin America, in Mexico mainly. He was in charge of kind of bringing Nintendo content, like information more so about it, to Mexico and other Latin countries, not Latin American.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of what he's done. Like he made like his own little kind of edition of Club Nintendo magazines. So like kind of to help keep people informed in Latin countries about Nintendo products and what they're doing. And he had like he had his own program on TV. I think. So I don't know what it was. I didn't look too much into it from what I saw, but I know that he had like a thing called Project Nintendo Mania. Nintendo Mania. Again, like just kind of giving a lot like of people like kind of helping them meet like see more of these Nintendo products and kind of being able to interact with them. I know he did get the chance to meet the creator of Mario. Okay, I can't remember. I can't remember the Mario creator's name off the top of my head, but he got a chance to meet him and a few other influencers in Nintendo. So, yeah, when it came to like the game community, he was pretty well known.
Yeah.
Especially in Latin America. Something I forgot to mention a while ago, and I was like, damn, I should have done before when like his death happened.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like that actually does really suck, because you know the fact that
didn't go to see like what it was that like what was the cause of his death, similar with TG. I didn't really look into how they died. Yeah. That's by the way, like pretty much most of the notes that are kind of relevant to this.
Yeah. Oh, Like, yeah, and damn, I just realized like we still have a lot to go.
Yeah, we still have a few. Thankfully, like it's kind of like the close to the end, because like the next fight is pretty. I'll say what happens in the next fight. Yeah. One of the things we might saw, like when it comes from like the projectiles being deflected, thanks to freaking literally just having the second phase of arrow, like the little lightning balls that these guys will shoot at me. They're not shooting at right now, but when they would shoot it, like I can actually deflect them with the aura now.
Oh wow!
So arrows gets pretty fucking disgusting. Like once the final stage Aeroga, like I'm pretty sure honestly I can deflect nearly every projectile except like laser type projectiles. I don't think a sword can reflect those with Aeroga. Yeah. It just takes damage from them at that point. Bro, that one fucker keeps like going into the ground every time I try to kill him, if you didn't see.
No, I wasn't able to see.
Like he's been alive for like a good minute. Like every time I see him, I kept trying to attack him. Look at this. Look at that. They both just dead. Alright, and this is what I was gonna mention that I wanted to mention.
Yo, hey, how you doing, everybody? Yeah, got a minute? Hades, Lord of the Dead, nice to see you. Hey, guess what? I got a place for you.
Finally, we fight Hades.
How is Sora, a little kid, is gonna win against the
god
of the underworld? Oh god, what?
Yeah, these last couple bosses, like secret bosses in the game, they have an invisible health bar. So I am doing damage to him, but he has an invisible health bar.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, like, are you not? Can you not hurt him? Like, what?
It fucks you up because you think like, oh wait, can I not hurt him because he's like a god or some shit? Like it does get you like a little bit. But nah, it's they literally like just have an invisible health bar, like these last couple of optional bosses.
Yeah.
And it's weird because it's like they don't really set you up for this.
Yeah. And I swear, like, no, like there, I swear to God, because like you got hit by like his down, like him swiping down twice, and if you got hit the third time, we were like, come on, you're smarter than that.
Oh no, I knew I was almost dead at that point. But I kind of let myself get hit by that because like I kind of get a little bit of free hits. It's not worth it, but I take it anyway.
Yeah. Cause I was like, yo, you're smarter than that. You could do better. The fuck, like, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah, you see now I'm finally doing damage.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah, you literally just had to take out that invisible health bar first, and then you start finally being able to see the damage you got. It really does fuck you, especially with the like super boss of this game. It fucks with you heavily. But so I was gonna mention about this like with Hades, interesting is that of Maleficent's crew, he's technically the last one that goes out, even including Maleficent herself, because you can't do this until you beat Maleficent. So it's weird that him being up there in the group, but not being Maleficent, he's technically the last one that goes out.
Yeah.
I always found that interesting. Like you take him out last before you take out any of the other ones. Again, it's one of those things I feel like they just did because they didn't want to make the Hercules world too long, because it's the main story-wise, since it's just a Colosseum area and that's all. But it's still weird because, like, damn, he's really the last one that goes out. Yeah. You weren't expecting to fight Hades during the Hades Cup, by the way. I don't know what else you thought was gonna happen.
I thought I was gonna fight Poseidon.
I thought Zeus was gonna come out of nowhere. Like
exactly.
I hate this guy, but you know he made a good point. This shit's fun.
Thor's just gonna come out of nowhere. Like even
Marvel Thor comes out.
Yeah, exactly. Marvel Thor.
Yeah, Marvel Thor and God of War's Hades come out. It's like what?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. What is the most ambitious crossover?
Yeah, that's true though. Like Kingdom Hearts was the first ambitious crossover.
Yeah, well, I've always stuck to it. Like to this day, I think Smash is the most ambitious crossover ever.
Yeah,
just over the amount of IPs in it. And someone's like people trying to undermine. It's like, oh, but most of them are Nintendo-owned products. Yeah, you know, Marvel is mostly owned by Marvel.
Yeah, true.
It's like I don't know if you knew that, but you know, Marvel owns Marvel, right?
Yeah.
Like if people say that, it's like, all right, you say I see your point, but what is all the characters in the Marvel movie from? It's like I hear that. It's like what's the point of that point?
Yeah.
Like that's just literally people just trying to argue mine. They're trying to find an argument.
Now, the biggest like crossover event will be all three Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony characters. You see fucking Master Chief like fight with
I mean, you say that we're pretty fucking close in Smash.
I know.
We literally just need a Master Chief or some like Microsoft representative in Smash, and that's it. We literally have the most ambitious video game crossover. That's the most ambitious crossover in gaming, in anything.
Yeah, in anything. Yeah, that would be fucking funny.
Yo, yeah, this dude's fires. Look how this fires is going out of control.
Yeah.
He stopped moving after a certain point.
Yeah, I know, I saw that.
I wonder who the fuck this is, by the way. Like, who is he afraid of? It sounds like Cerberus, but I'm not sure.
The only thing I could think of, and this is probably because just Greek mythology, and is like the Titans. So pretty much like the fathers of the gods. Like
hold that thought on that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just because of how the size of that thing, that I think that is that the only thing that fit in there was Cerberus. So that's why I think it might have been him, but I don't know. It's like the fact that they don't show it, it's like it just be like, oh, they don't want to show him like getting like chewed up by Cerberus, even though like he wouldn't be harmed.
Yeah.
So like, it would look like it would hurt. Yeah, we are on the last 10 matches, like last 9, I think. Yeah, 9 matches of the Hades, as he would say.
So wait, the Hades Cup doesn't even end with Hades? Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, it's the Hades Cup. He's not the final fight.
Yeah. which then I just imagine like a random person like playing this game, like a casual player first time. Is like, wait, if Hades is not the final boss, who's stronger than Hades? Hold on, who the fuck I have to fight next?
Yeah, it's like, even though to be fair, Hades is like, I feel like the fights that are they after the Behemoth fight, they go down in difficulty. Well, once Cerberus, like for me, Cerberus is like the hardest part of the tournament, and then it kind of goes down. But like with the bosses of Leon and Cloud, I think being easier than the Cerberus fight, and then Hades, I didn't die in Hades at all. I got close, but I never died in this fight.
Yeah.
I think,
I could definitely see that. Cause like,
I think it's more so like they just want to give you a break, even though you start over like from where you leave. Like if I were to die at any point in this fight, I would start on this fight. That's because I'd beat Hades.
yeah.
So let's say I got to the very final boss at the end of this tournament, I would just get sent back here. I would have the option to be sent back here.
Yeah.
So that's weird though that they don't do anything with the difficulty. At the same time, assuming they're just like, all right, we know people are just at this point, they're probably tired of this shit. They probably just want to be done with this.
Yeah. Especially since like especially since like Hades is an optional boss.
Yeah.
Like they could easily, like if Hades was too difficult, they would have people would have easily been like, okay, yeah, no, fuck this, and just like not be Hades.
I mean, to me, that's the whole point of an optional fight. You want them to be hard.
Yeah,
but
true.
I look at it since this is more so like a tournament constant, and you got to go through waves to get to him. Like that story is like, it's kind of understandable. Like you put all this tough shit before him, and I give him a little bit of a break with the big boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember Heaven Remake kind of does, because they have like Coliseum battles too, and they do something similar with some of them. Like a few of them, like they start off real like the mid enemy in the like the waves is really fucking like beating your ass, and then the final enemy is not that bad.
Yeah, I think that's also probably like most games as well.
Yeah, I feel like that's this kind of thing. Like, all right, you give them like these tough challenges, but then make this one thing like the hard part, and then kind of give them a break in the last part.
Yeah.
I know the final, like the quote unquote, because you know Square, they always like to have their super bosses in their games. The quote unquote super boss of 7 Remake. Well, from what I saw, the trick to beating him is just staying behind him the entire fight. So I'm gonna have to try that out whenever I get to that point in 7 Remake. Because that's right now, all I've done in 7 Remake is just play it on normal mode and beat it, and that's it. Gonna try to probably play on normal mode again, just because I missed a bunch of stuff, and I'm considering whether or not to play on hard mode. Because hard mode does add a few things. Like you've seen like the gun soldiers. I know you've seen Apple you play 7 Remake. You saw the soldiers, right? Like with the guns, like whenever they shoot you, Cloud doesn't react.
Yeah.
On hard mode, they actually do like stun you. Like you actually get stun locked if you get shot by them. So you actually have to block those bullets now. Otherwise, you're gonna take a lot of unnecessary damage.
Yeah.
I was standing there. I'm not really sure why the fuck I was just like trying to get from them.
Yeah.
So whatever.
All I saw was like you were getting ready for gravity magic, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if I was waiting for them to do something or what, but I'm still like on the fence, like especially with like this whole thing with Square. I don't know for 7 Remake or not.
Yeah.
But I also at the same time was like, do I want to play the game on normal and give myself trouble with some of the bosses? Because the thing is, not only did they have hard mode, like have some like new mechanics in it, all the bosses have new moves.
Oh god.
And especially one of the bosses that beat the fuck out of me. The boss to me that was the hardest. Because we're not giving too much away to this enemy. He's difficult as fuck. And he's in hard mode, he shoots out an enemy he summons an enemy at you that in the Final Fantasy movies is known for. The whole gimmick is that they insta kill you. That's the whole gimmick.
Oh,
And he
God.
summons these in the fight.
Well then,
And it's like, oh. So you're just
Yeah,
ignorant.
like he's literally saying, "Well, fuck." Like you're just literally saying, "Like, well, fuck me then."
This
like,
fight is already, mind you, one of the toughest fights in the game. Like, I was like, yo, please tell me I'm not the only person having trouble with this boss. And everybody's mentioning it online. I'm like, alright, it's not just me.
Yeah.
This fight is just genuinely tough.
Like alright, this guy really is just ignorant.
Yeah. And the final boss, I am not going to say anything about the final boss, because, God, if you're someone who's really wants to play Final Fantasy 7 and you have not played it, play this game. I'll just say this to anybody who's looking at playing 7. Be careful with playing 7 Remake, because the way they set this game up, you will actually kind of have to have already played original Final Fantasy 7. Because without spoiling too much of this game, you kind of need to play original 7 to make more sense of a lot of things that happen in this game. It's mainly with the ending.
Okay.
If you haven't played original 7, you're really not going to understand a lot of things that they do in the ending.
Oh yeah, I remember.
But also, because of this, Daniel, at some point we're playing original 7 now. So before, whenever they announce whenever they get an announcement, trailer, anything for original 7 Remake Part 2, I'm gonna start recording Final Fantasy 7 Original.
Okay. Yeah, no, like honestly, I was thinking of doing the same with RE3, because like the reason why it's kind of disappointing and in some aspects of it is because of like all the stuff that they removed and you don't get to see in original 3 that like you should really experience it because it's like such a like iconic place. Like I told you, I think I said it, the clock tower. Like the clock tower wasn't there. It's only pretty much like a background building.
Yeah, I saw actually after the video he got to when Jill got poisoned.
Okay, yeah, and even then, like
and
the
then
poison.
like I don't remember. He said I think something like he ends the video around there, but Marco takes to a hospital or some shit, right? He's not in the clock tower. That's because that's what you said. She stood at throughout the game when she was poisoned.
Yes.
Okay.
And also the whole area where like when Carlos like explores the RPD, like the RPD station.
I don't know if you saw this, by the way, real quick, because I just saw this happen.
What?
I deflected a fire from this guy. And the fire,
and it went.
yeah, and then he shot it back at me, the wizard.
Oh, I did not see that.
Yeah, he absorbed it,
catch
and
that.
because it was a fire spell, he shot a fire spell at me.
I did not catch
Yeah,
that. What the fuck?
I saw that. I was like, that is very interesting. I don't even know if I noticed that when I played.
Yeah, no, like I noticed like him, like you deflected and it went to a different enemy. I was like, okay, that person's gonna die. And then I didn't, and that's why I just continued on like talking. But damn, okay.
Yeah, no, I just saw that. I was like, oh, that's different.
Yeah. That really
There's
is.
stuff like that. It's like this game, like they actually went pretty in on this game. You can tell they actually tried. Real quick again, like because some more Kingdom Hearts stuff since we're still on the Kingdom Hearts and we got 8 minutes left of this. But Kingdom Hearts, I didn't notice as much about Kingdom Hearts I thought I did, but this is apparently one of the first game he directed.
Oh really?
Yeah, this is the first game he ever directed. But I'm not surprised because I know before this he didn't really do a lot. Like I think before Final Fantasy VII Original, he was a monster designer for a lot of Square Enix games. Like that's mainly what he was doing.
Okay. Yeah.
He was a pretty good one too. And he upgraded I think in 7 to a character designer.
Oh.
And like just the main designer overall for the game. I don't know what it's called.
I mean, it's I guess like lead designer.
Yeah, I think he was a lead designer from 7 afterwards. And this is the first game he directed. And apparently because this is in the Kingdom Hearts 1 Ultimania, he talked about he actually wanted to make a Disney game, but that also had its own like kind of stylized characters with it. And this was around the time people who came up in Square thought about making a game with Final Fantasy cross Disney. So it's kind of like he mentions it like in the Ultimania. It's like this kind of seemed like something that was almost destined to happen.
Damn.
And I'm just like I like that. It's like that is kind of a bit like that's a pretty big coincidence. Like he was thinking about this around
like
the same time the people were thinking about this and ended up going through with it.
Yeah.
And also the Ultimate kind of went over that for a little while. Like for the first year of Kingdom Hearts, like with him like trying to work on Kingdom Hearts, he was really the only person working on it.
Jeez.
Like he didn't get like any much help with it till like a year later.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he also has like a mentality, a kind of good mentality when it comes to working. Like a lot of people are like, oh, you're trying to work with Disney like that. Good luck, man. That's pretty tough. And he was like, he didn't really care. A lot of people saying, oh, this isn't possible. You shouldn't even try. He was like, his mentality with it was like, well, let me see what happens. If I can get it to work, it works. If I don't, oh, well, I'll try something else. I'll give up then. But let me at least try. He has like at least not just don't give up off the bat. Like at least give it something to try before you give up mentality. I like that.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. But like, and that kind of reminds me like with Naughty Dogs because Neil Druckmann, the director for Last of Us.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I'm gonna see the director of. I was gonna ask who's the director of Uncharted more so.
I think no. So what had happened was he is the director of Last of Us. But but before that, while he was working on Uncharted, he did work on Uncharted games, but he was I think just lead designer or like just like lead game designer.
Yeah.
So and yeah, when he pitched the idea for Last of Us, like because this is all based on retro roleplay, like Troy Baker and all that. Like when they were finished with Last of Us,
I was about to say no one knew this.
No one
That's a completely different actor.
That is really Nolan North. That's the guy. But anyway, yeah. So they were talking about like the story of how he was being created, and yeah, he was not a director yet, but they kind of prove they kind of proved that he was worth like the promotion of being the director. He stepped up to the plate and like started like telling people, okay, yeah,
I did that same shit you did in GMC. I deflected a ball when it wasn't facing me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like and then afterwards, because apparently that was their whole like, and the director before, like his boss, Neil Druckmann's boss, when they were talking about like, so what was like the whole deal with not promoting me and stuff is like, I guess their whole I guess what's the word, like mission statement or somewhat of like their whole mentality when it comes to the company is that like you don't have to ask for like be promoted or anything. You got to prove to everyone that they have what it takes to be to that position.
Yeah.
But I mean, then that was before I heard, that was the news about Naughty Dog and their whole crunch time situation.
Yeah.
So I don't know if like that's really a good idea because then
now it's like, all right, now let's put some extra work on you.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm pretty sure then that's like how that whole situation is going is okay. You worked so hard that you earned that promotion. All right.
Real quick, remember you mentioned Titans.
That is not a Titan.
Yeah, it's the Disney Titans. That's what the Titans were in Disney. In the movie.
That is a fucking kaiju, my nigga. Like, that's a fucking kaiju.
This is why I said hold that thought about the Titans. Because here they are. And yeah, they giant mofos.
Yeah, like
this is the whole fight, by the way. This is actually a really fucking easy fight.
Is it just only that Titan, or?
Yeah, it's just him.
Oh, that kind of sucks. Cause like I get it, like I get it's only they putting.
There is another one in this game, but he's the only one in this arena for obvious reasons. He's a bit too big. Yeah, no. They're big. Yeah, this.
No, I know they're big, but like, I mean, isn't he like the largest of them, or not?
No,
really
they're all
the
same size.
Okay. But yeah, no. What was I gonna say?
You're talking about like the whole thing with Naughty Dogs.
Well, yeah, but before that, I was also wanting to mention.
Yeah, I was gonna have you go back to that.
Yeah, but like, I just want to mention with the Titan because like I feel like they could have done like maybe you go into the arena, like you do the Hades arena again, and then at the end is a different Titan. But
that would have been interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, just when Naughty Dog, you know, I've kind of finished what I said, but you know, pretty much to sum it up, yeah, he wasn't director of, or he became director of Last of Us as he was making it, and then, so you know, kind of similar to what your story with what was his name?
Nomura.
Yeah, Nomura. But yeah.
Now you have time to go and talk about like because I did cut off Resident Evil 3 about like the stuff being cut out.
Oh yeah.
So,
So thank you for reminding me because I was gonna mention with Carlos. So you know how Carlos goes back into the RPD station. Yeah, no. In the original, it was actually Jill who did that. So yeah, like it was you know a little like show like a little it was like a little nostalgia like for you know players like from going from Resident Evil 2 to Resident Evil 3 with Jill, and the thing is because Jill does know most of the people, like, well, she lives in Raccoon City and she knows the people in the station. So like I remember the YouTuber I've been watching lately, Sphere Hunter, she mentioned about how like it would have been great to like in remake hear talk about some like this, maybe like stories or just comment on like the stuff in the police station, so she actually can give more like you know information with it. And yeah, like there's more, but I see that the video is about to end soon, so you know I'll save that for
finally got to the end of it. We got a few things on this, and there's Coliseum Champion beating all the Coliseums.
Right. Yeah. Wait, hold on. How did that work?
What do you mean? Hades getting his hair? His hair is fire.
Yeah, but like, wouldn't it just grow back because it's fire? And he's
but his hair like would always go out in the movie, and then like he would just like brush his skull, and then like it would come back.
Okay,
and that was a running good joke in the movie.
Okay, yeah, no, it's been a while since I've seen the movie, so I don't remember that. But alright.
Yeah, that's literally it for the video.
Yep.
Hope everybody enjoyed. That was a beefy one.
It really was.
And we'll see you all next time.
Peace.